Yes, here we are. We're back. We're back. We're back. Ronnie and Shark are back after a little layoff. I can't even remember why we didn't stream. Oh, now I can. I had to visit my uncle in hospital. That was a bit rough. And then last week, I think we were just basking in the glow of our star performance during Lawrence's Toys for Tots 36-hour stream. We got the graveyard shift, and didn't we wake everyone up, Adam?
I think we well and truly owned our slot in the 36-hour streamathon. Yeah. And I would look forward to doing it again with you in the future, Aaron, and owning it again.
That's if you'll have us back. But I think Lawrence was laughing a little bit harder than what we were. We were concerned that he wouldn't quite get our filthy sense of humor, but he was filthier than both of us. So if you haven't watched that, part 2 of that 36-hour stream, about halfway through, which is about 5 hours through. Check us out. We made it rain.
We did.
Yeah, we did. Anyway, Adam, what's going on, man? What is going on?
Public holiday here in Melbourne today. Been enjoyable.
Oh yeah. Did you pick
Are you eating that microphone like it's an ice cream cone?
Yeah. Okay. Possibly. Did you pick a winner today? Melbourne Cup Day. It was.
Didn't even watch the race, mate.
Oh well, 100 to 1 rank outsider won it. So if you
I saw that. I did see that. Yeah. I came downstairs from this very room to my wife watching it, and the jockey, the Irish bloke, was being interviewed, and he seemed like a good lad. And you know what? Props to him for coming from well and truly way back, like wasn't even midfield. Came all the way from the back, and took home the chockies. So good on him. Ooh, we're lagging. Don't do this to us, internet.
Indeed, you did. We're having a bit of lagging issue. Is that you, Adam, or is that me?
I don't know, but I can hear you fine.
You can hear me fine? We've got to get your internet into gear, mate. Yeah, we've got to get your internet going. Yes, I have some new sound effects.
Get the whip out, mate. Get the whip out.
The chat is going nuts. So I wanted to ask you about something that you've been up to this week. But before we do, maybe we'll just have a look at some of these guys that are in here. Zays was always the first to comment. He commented at 2:51 p.m. this afternoon. And he's probably jumped in again. I'm sure he has. He always does. Hello, Zazel. This bloke said, ahoy, mateys. Treasure for Trigger. Yeah, that's you. Treasure for Trigger. Phil says he would buy the subs depending on what the sub of the day is. We'll get to that. We will get to that. And Phil, I'm actually really quite happy to announce that I have downloaded a sound effect for you. Do you want to hear it, Adam?
Absolutely. Does Phil want to hear it?
Yes, thanks for ruining it by talking halfway through it, Adam. But that is a Japanese person saying thank you very much. So, Phil, for joining us. It's good to see you, mate. Who else is here? Shane. He's up very early. Election day in America.
Oof.
Good to see you, Shane. Thanks for
good to see you, mate.
Thanks for tuning in before you. I'd imagine you're doing your civic duty at some point today, and that's not a double entendre.
He may have already done it.
Yeah, possibly. Phil wants to say he's off to the races. Look, Campbell's in the house. Watch out for Torpedo. They can sink subs fast. Yes, they can. I don't know why, but Shane's talking about Wu-Tang Clan. Oh, yes, there it is. That's very cool. The Aussie Eric Harper is in the house. Good to see Aussie Eric Harper. He is Yeah, it's definitely the Aussie one. It's not the American Eric Harfer.
Yeehaw!
We might see him a little bit later. Oh, jeez. What else? I'm behind this chat. Kiwi thinks we're very funny. Do I have to put all of these chats up on screen? See,
You don't have to
I
put them
think-
all up. You just put up the
Let's
ones
go.
that you feel necessary, Aaron.
yeah. Kiwi says, "Don't forget to smash that like button," as he always does. Thank you, Kiwi. Who else we got here? Alan Grant says, "Hey, rooters, show me the subs."
What's going on, Alan?
Adam, can you confirm that you are a rooter, Adam?
I am a
confirm?
rooter.
Yeah. I am every couple of months as well. Shane says everything looks and sounds fine. That's great. We wouldn't want to have the sound effects too loud. We did discuss this, and we thought we'll turn them down a bit. Phil loves his entrance. Do you want to hear it again? Well, I'm going to play it again. Should I play it again? I'm going to play it again. Phil loves his sound effect.
Domo arigatou gozaimashita.
Thank you, Phil. Yeah, same time says we got a few days before it all goes to hell, and he voted last week, so he pre-polled. Good work, Shano. But yeah, I seem to agree. No matter the result, things might get a bit crazy over there for a bit. And Eric says it's the Down Under clone. Kiwi's already talking about Subway. He wants to get straight into the subs, but Adam, before we do all of that, I noticed you've been doing something a little bit different with your channel. You want to tell us what that's all about?
Ooh. Yeah. We haven't spoken about that because I think when I did the last one, we hadn't done a show, had we?
No.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you. I couldn't remember, so thank you for confirming that.
No worries, mate. Too easy. Happy to help.
Well, look, most of you blokes who are here or subscribed to me, you would have seen that I've started a new segment on the channel, which is called Toys and Tucker. And Tucker, for Australians, we all know that to mean food. If you're going to get some Tucker, you're getting something to eat. If you go into the tuck shop, which would be like a canteen in America, you're going to get something to eat. All right, so that's the etymology of Tucker. Toys, you know what toys are. That's why you're here. So, trying to do something different and combining two things that I like doing, and that's going around and looking at toys and buying toys and talking about toys and eating. So, yeah, just something new, just something fun, something a bit different. Because obviously reviewing stuff, as much as I do love it and I still continue to do it, it's a hard gig for us as Australians to sort of, really sort of sink your teeth into, because we don't get stuff like, lickety split like a lot of people seem to think. Sure, we get some items that come out, readily available, but then, you have another instance like I've just had where I was waiting on the classified Raptor, and I ordered it back in July. I got an email, I think a day or two ago, saying that has been delayed until sometime later this month. And meanwhile, that's been out in America for probably a month now. And, other stores here have started to get it as well, but I didn't obviously order it from them. So I had to cancel the order, get a refund, and now I've got another one coming on the way from another local seller. So, with that in mind, that's, where I decided to sort of pivot and try something different. Let me know how it goes. If you like it, if you don't like it, throw any kind of feedback at me. You know where my channel is, you know where to find me. And yeah, just come along and enjoy the ride. That is all.
Yeah, absolutely. I can see you putting some sort of toy collector's travel guide together for the city of Melbourne. You're building yourself quite a a portfolio already. 2 toy stores, 2 restaurants already reviewed in Melbourne. Go and have a look. It is very, very cool. Lilith is here. She says, Guten Tag. Guten Tag. Hello.
Because you got you.
Um,
Big smile.
Yeah. Shane says, think of the bright side, mate. He doesn't have Raptor either.
Yeah. Look, you know, I'm guessing Shane might have ordered it from Hasbro Pulse, maybe?
Yeah. Possibly.
Possibly.
Do you want to know what I've been up to? I bought a microphone.
You did.
Yeah.
You know what else, Aaron?
30. What?
I bought something today too.
Oh, really? Do you want to show me?
Yeah. I bought a couple of things. But they're in the video that we just spoke about. So you have to watch that.
Go and watch. Yeah, go watch that. I'll tell you about my microphone. $39 from Kmart. $39 from Kmart, mate.
Okay.
I'm determined for this hobby not to cost me too much. But I was reflecting the other night because I was live with Casey and Eric on Podcast from the Pit, and those guys sounded a lot better than what I did. So I thought I'm going to get a microphone and maybe sound a little bit better. So hopefully I'm sounding a little bit better. Am I sounding a little bit better?
You sound good.
Okay, no worries. Cool. Anyway, I interrupted you, mate. What were you going to say?
I was going to say that I got something for you today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's for me.
For you.
So is it in the video? You have to watch.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's not. No.
I make mention. I allude to it in the video, but I didn't allude to what I got and who I got it for.
I have to go and have a look.
Do you want to see it, or do you want to wait till it arrives on your doorstep?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe. I think you can't actually tempt people like that. I think now that you've mentioned it, you have to actually.
It's right over there.
Actually,
you can't see it.
All right.
It's off camera, but it's just there.
Why don't you blacken your screen and I'll play some funny sound effects like the fart noise and like the bang crash noise, and you can go get it and then show me.
Maybe.
Oh, he's got to mess with me.
Maybe I'll show you before the show is over. Let's just see.
All right, we'll press on. Shane says that he's actually just broke, which is probably fair enough. We're all a bit like that. Kiwi's had a look at your new stuff. Says it's very fresh and very real. Nothing fake about it. Good work.
Love that.
Lone Dragon is checking in. Hello, Lone Dragon. Thank you for joining us. Are we having Liam on as a guest? I understand he bought a lot of subs. We aren't having Liam on it as a guest, but I'm glad you picked up on that. That is very, very good. I actually just played the wrong sound effect, Adam. I was meant to play this one.
Hey, boys!
But thank you for joining us, Lone Dragon. Mate, we're not having Liam on it as a guest, unfortunately. We
don't want him on as a guest.
We don't? Okay, all right, no worries. Johnny wants to know how many stamps he needs for a free sub. Johnny always comes in with a slightly offbeat one-liners. He's very good. Thank you, Johnny. Kiwi says he got the same mic as me, which is good. Knowing Adam, it's from Sexyland. Did you go to Sexyland today?
Yeah. No,
Did you?
But I don't know why Lilith's even. I'm just projecting, maybe. Maybe Lilith.
Oh, I think
maybe Lilith.
No, maybe
visit Sexyland.
Maybe Lilith watched our stream with Lawrence over the weekend and heard us talking about airtight and stuff. If it's from Sexyland, I'll still take it. Same time says, let the suspense build. That's exactly what he's doing. Treasures from Trigger. Phil says, mail away, Johnny. I reckon he's referencing a song there.
I think Sonic.
Really?
I think Johnny was like referring to the card that you would get at Subway, and you get it stamped, and then you would get a free sub for every 6 you bought, or something like that. I'm assuming that's what he meant.
Yeah.
But yeah, Phil is obviously alluding to Enya. Mail away, mail away, mail away.
Thank you, Phil.
I could be wrong though.
Johnny just got here, and yes, Lilith is referring back to our stream with Lawrence, which is fair enough. If you haven't watched that, go and watch that.
I hope you're watching this,
very
Lawrence.
good.
I hope you're actually finally watching one of our streams, Lawrence.
I'm not. Yeah. He's not watching.
Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding, Aaron? Come on now. Don't be silly.
He's a busy man. We understand. He's a busy man. It's all good. We're all busy people. You can't watch everything, and you can't have a job like mine, which allows you to crank a podcast while you're going through a spreadsheet from time to time. We understand. Anyway, should we get on to tonight's topic, Adam?
Yeah. And seeing as how you've got your thinking cap on, I think it's only right that I put my captain's cap on, considering the topic. Gotta look the part.
Yeah.
All right. All I need is some little things on my shoulders here.
I think there's a submarine coming. Can you hear the submarine? I just realized what you're doing with your fist. It was a periscope. That took me all of 13 seconds to figure that out. Anyway, enough submarine. Yes, tonight we are asking the question, would you buy these subs? And when we talk about subs, we're actually referring to nothing other than submarines, of course. So let's just get that straight.
The sub, let's do this, huh?
So any connection that could be drawn to anyone living, dead, or otherwise would be purely coincidental. We are strictly talking about submarines tonight. Isn't that right, Adam?
Affirmative.
Yeah. So there's a number of slides here, and we're just going to. You haven't seen these. I have prepared these earlier. We're just gonna click through them, and Adam, you're going to tell me what you see, and you're going to answer the question: would you buy these subs? Is there anything you want to say before we start?
No. No, I'm looking forward to seeing what you've got prepared, and
yeah. So getting back to the.
I do have one question.
Shoot.
Do we have a ticket for the show tonight?
We do. I was just about to say. For those that came here expecting us to talk about other kinds of subs, I've actually talked about them in the ticker, which I will display now.
Gotcha.
Subs. There we go.
Ooh, there's a lot to read here.
Yeah. So if you came expecting a chat about any other type of sub, just don't worry about us talking about submarines, because that's all we'll be talking about tonight. Just have a look in the ticker. What's so funny?
It's like reading the dictionary. Really.
How do you know what I do in my spare time?
Oh, funny! I thought I was the only one.
We've already let Kiwi down. We've lost Kiwi. It's not the subs he was thinking about.
Sorry, Campbell.
Sorry, mate.
Aaron, can you?
Kiwi says that's hot pink. It's my color, man. I love pink. Yeah, go. Yep, far away.
can I just ask you, what was your inspiration behind this graphic here? Because it's very like for you, by your standards, it's a bit plain. And I just wanted to see why you went this route.
It was just a slap up job. I did it very quickly today, so I didn't put much thought into it. I sort of went back to the bottom of the barrel for this PowerPoint presentation. So yeah, there we go. Lone Dragon. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Lone Dragon says ticker is substandard. That's exactly what we wanted it to be. We're experts at substandard GI Joe streaming. Like we said, we're the best podcast in GI Joe podcast in Australia. The best Australian GI Joe podcast in the whole wide world, except for I'm completely lost. Yeah,
look,
we are substandard.
Just before we move on, Aaron, I want to touch on this graphic one more time.
Yeah.
Two things. One, it looks like it has a nipple in that bottom region there. If you look at it from a certain perspective. And just a little, that's just me, mind in the gutter, just coming from Sexy Land and all. And two,
it looks like you've just woken up and you're looking at your missus laying on her back,
Anyway. And two, in the future, when you're doing such graphics, maybe you could chart them out a bit better. Just a suggestion. That's all. I'm submitting that into the suggestion box. Okay.
Look, Eric Harp has come through with the second mention of Sexy Land tonight. Thank you for that, Eric. That's very good. What else have we got here?
By the end of this show, we'll be sponsored by Sexy Land.
Phil says, aren't subs supposed to go down?
That's a good question. That's a very good question.
There's just lots of double entendres happening here. I agree. More nipples next time. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, Phil was saying thanks, Adam. All you can see is actually a nipple. So
you're welcome.
Yeah.
どうもありがとうございました。
Thank you, Adam. All right, let's get into this because we're just keeping everyone waiting. What's on the next slide, Adam?
You tell me, mate.
Would you buy this sub?
I can answer that very easily. I have bought it. Yeah. I've got one right here.
Oh, really?
There you go.
Gosh.
Now, that one, though, is the 84 version. So I tell a lie. This is not the 84 version. This is the 25th era one. But it is essentially pretty much the same bloody thing. So, yeah.
If it is the 2000s one, you better put it away and talk about the 1984 one, because we may or may not be talking later. What is so good about a shark? It is a submersible high-speed attack and reconnaissance craft.
Come on.
I ask the questions, Adam, and you answer them, bro.
Is that the entire question?
What is so good about it?
What is so good about a shark? Well, firstly, you're looking at one. He's right on the screen in front of you. And secondly, this was my first Joe vehicle. So, of course, I'm going to like...
Really?
Right, yeah, bro. Yeah. My dad got me this in 1984, 85 when we went to America. And he got it for me in Las Vegas. Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Did it come with Deep Six?
Absolutely, it did.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've got my little Deep Six kicking in here.
And it came with the pump that made him submersible. Oh, submersible! Up, down, submersible. Yeah.
Submersible. That was.
That's a good word.
That was.
Wow.
Wow, that was good. But look, a plane that is also a submarine. Like, who comes up with this stuff? It's just
the great minds of Hasbro of those years. That's who.
Yeah. Very cool. Very, very cool. And Kiwi agrees. Eric wants to know what the silver version is called. We'll get to that, Eric. But Kiwi says the shark is very cool. Kiwi says he can tell that this is going to be a great show. I mean, this is just, this is what you just come to expect when you log on to us.
Look,
you're going to see.
It could be considered subjective, Aaron.
Some people don't like us. Yeah, I mean,
Just saying. We're not everyone's cup of tea, mate. We're not.
Exactly. I've only got 151 subscribers.
It's just a number.
So it is going to be a great show. There are pegs to put two Joes on the bottom. Is that correct?
Yeah, bro. Yep.
Yeah.
So
really,
where the torpedoes go, there's also those fit figures. So you were able to put torpedo wetsuit on there.
Oh, so like they're back pegs, are they?
Yeah. So you just the figure on there. Yep.
Yep. So when Shane said pegs, I thought he was talking about foot pegs, but if it's underneath there, that's really cool. I didn't know that. I'm not a vehicle collector, so I wouldn't know. Stumbler, thank you for joining us, Stumbler. Stumbler still has his first Joe from 1982. Straight arm, short fuse, and he still has his thumbs and his dick.
You whacker.
Thank you.
And just like you, Stumbler, short fuse was my first Joe as well, but I unfortunately do not have mine. So props to you, sir.
Do you have his dick, though?
It's long gone.
Okay, the dick is gone. Phil believes that the shark is a cool vehicle. Shane is still chucking sub words at us. Thank you. Kiwi. So he's a nice guy, isn't he?
He is.
Isn't Kiwi a nice guy? He's saying I'm keeping it real. Well, I'm trying to. Adam's met me in the flesh, and he knows that this is exactly what I'm like in real life. I mean, I am a little bit whimsical. He talks to the shop owner while I go and look through all of the Leonard Core stuff.
I haven't told you, but at Lobo's at the moment, because that's what the shop that Aaron is referring to, which is around the corner from my house, they have a big jar full of Leonard Core figures.
Oh, wow.
And it's not like you have to guess the number of figures in there and you win the jar kind of thing. It's just, they're just sitting in this jar in the cabinet. I don't know why. Maybe they haven't been sorted, but yeah.
Probably because they only fetch about $1.
Maybe they're just waiting for you to come back, mate.
Johnny Sorensen says there's a real Battlestar Galactica vibe on this one, which is a fair comment. Yeah, it is very space age. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. Stumbler's telling us that he made a classified scale 83 headquarters and tactical battle platform, but he's tempted to make the control tower of the USS flag. Massive.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Let's have a look at the blueprints for this sucker.
Yep.
And maybe you'd like to talk me through these, Adam. What are the features of this thing?
Okay, I have to put my glasses on to have a little read here. So the first one reads water atmosphere analyzers. The second one is a target.
It can analyze both the water and the atmosphere because it flies and it swims.
Yeah, apparently.
Pretty cool. Yep.
The second one is target acquisition / pilot vision system. So I guess like a HUD sort of thing. The third one is in the cockpit. That's correct, Aaron. That's where you'd find the HUD. 3. What?
Boron epoxy skin over titanium frame construction.
Yeah. That's a mouthful.
Is boron some sort of element?
I don't know. Never heard of it.
Okay.
Could be a made-up word.
Yeah.
Maybe Hasbro was subliminally trying to tell us something, Aaron.
So I got through. We've got through about 4 of those features, and I'm kind of bored already.
What do you want? What did you ask me to read it for then?
I don't know. Is there anything there that speaks out to you?
Okay, let me do a bit of a speed read then.
Twin 30mm tidal wave cannons.
Tidal wave cannons, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. There's nothing really jumping out to me that I'm honing in on. Am I missing something?
No, I just thought it would be interesting to put it up, but
fair enough.
Kind of wasn't. Look, for a young kid who just grabbed this out of the box and just wants to, I suppose,
can I just show you something?
Submerge themselves into G.I. Joe. Immerse themselves in G.I. Joe. They would have found this very interesting. So,
yeah.
Absolutely. What were you going to show me?
So, looking at these blueprints right now, something has just dawned on me. Okay.
Oh, what's dawned on you?
So, this 25th shark, I've got 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't buy them brand new. I bought them secondhand. And when I got one of them, I was like, what the hell is going on here? What has this person done? And I'll show you.
Huh.
I'll show you what I'm talking about. Hang on a second. Because the person clearly got their wires crossed. Now, if you look at the front of this here, right? See that sticker on the cockpit there?
Absolutely no access.
Yeah. Now go back to the blueprint. Look at what's down there in that bottom image.
Absolutely no access.
Yeah. And you know why?
Yeah.
Because that sticker is supposed to go in the back here.
Yeah.
Right. So the person's looked at that blueprint and gone, oh yeah, must go on the windscreen.
Shane reckons that's kind of funny.
Oh, that's gold. Now it all makes sense now. Because let me just here you go. Look at this one. Put me on big screen. Oh shit! Here we go to talk about it. See, it's in the proper spot.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is too. Beautiful. It must have been some mum or dad on Christmas morning, I guess.
I don't know, man. I don't know if that was a kid who did that because these aren't that old. Yeah. I feel like that was an adult.
Okay, fair enough.
Anyway,
interesting.
Sorry to sort of branch off on a little bit of a tangent there, but you know what this show's like, Aaron. Just do these things every now and then.
Absolutely. Still plenty going on in the chat. Stumbler says the Shark came out the same year as the Killer Whale, which is a fantastic vehicle, and the Water Moccasin, which is also a fantastic vehicle. Hated face down Deep Six when piloting. Is that true? Deep Six is face down in that thing?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
That's funny. That's very funny. Might have been a little. What's Shane referring to here? I never get the marijuana jokes. That's not the first time that's happened on here. I reckon Johnny Reno got me one of them and had no idea what he's talking about. Just shows how sheltered an individual I have been. Anyway, next slide. Should we have a look? What's on the next slide?
Absolutely. Ooh, Nightshade.
Do you like this colorways better?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
I think this is a perfect example of a slap up repaint.
So you wouldn't buy that sub?
Definitely wouldn't buy that sub. I am partial to throwing a bit of shade though, Aaron. It's something that I'm kind of good at.
Yes, that's something that we are well aware of. let's have a look here. Phil says, "Oh boy, it's black." No, that's not Phil. Phil says it looks like a knockoff. That's very true.
It does. Yeah, it does.
Kiwi says it's black. And same time says he didn't have a Toys R Us close, so he never got any Night Force stuff. Well, we never got any Night Force stuff either. I think the first Toys R Us opened in Adelaide in like 1997 or something. And
yeah, it was late. They were late coming here.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Nightshade, you wouldn't buy. What about this version?
Oh, I would murder that 6-incher right there, mate. Absolutely devour it. Just gobble it whole, mate.
Yeah, a bit of ham, bit of cucumber,
a little bit of smoked lettuce. Honey ham. Sure.
That's on standard white bread though. It's not carb friendly.
No. Let me ask you this, all right? Because neither of these, like if we're talking Subway subs, which is essentially what they are, neither of these would be my go-to. What's your go-to Subway sub?
Probably the ham. I'm boring as.
Ah, really?
I'm boring as bats.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
let's elaborate this on.
Ham on white bread. Oh, you know what I like? I like Thousand Island dressing on everything. I don't know why.
It's good. Thousand Island is good. What? Okay, what salads are you getting on that sub?
Well, a bit of everything except for the jalapenos, mate.
Not a spicy guy.
No.
Okay. No. Fair enough. That's okay. All right. When was the last time you went to Subway?
I don't know, but Eric went to Subway earlier on tonight.
Oh, nice. It's not as cheap as it once was, like many things, of course.
Yeah. Phil says he misses it.
It's surprising that it's not a thing that the Japanese, might have been sort of, inclined to sort of go for, because they do like sandwiches over there.
But look, we promised to not talk about any subs other than submarines tonight.
Listen, Aaron, I like food. We've already literally discussed the fact that I do enjoy eating,
but we promised, mate. Only submarines, no other types of subs.
It's a submarine set. It's a submarine sandwich, boys.
Okay. All right. Next slide. What have we got next? Let's have a look. A different variation of the shark. It is the sky shark. Would you buy this sub, Adam?
No.
Okay. Fair enough.
You want to know? Would you like to know why?
Yeah. Shoot.
Because I don't like recycled things. Right?
Fair enough.
I don't like a product that is like a copy or imitation, just
yep.
It's not, it doesn't look as knockoffy as the Night Force one does, but I don't know, like the way I see the shark is like the original is best because it was designed to go in the water and then in the air. With this one, it's like they repurposed it for a sky patrol, sky-based operatives. And it just, lazy. It's just lazy, Aaron.
Yeah.
And it's a lazy way of doing things.
That's very fair. I totally understand. Not much love for this one in the chat either.
No?
No. Well, Kiwi seems to just be inviting Phil out for a Subway and a beer at some point. Which Kiwi would do.
Hey, I've had beers with Phil. I highly recommend it. I don't knock anyone for wanting to have a beer with Phil. He's a legend.
Yeah, absolutely. Shane says every time we play the sonar ping, he thinks he's getting an email.
You've got mail.
Is that an email sound, is it?
Hey, Shane, you subscribe to Aaron's channel, so there's that. Yeah. So you like
Yeah.
It's simple.
Yeah. We'll just leave that there. I think Shane's getting lots of emails. Shane also says that Sky Patrol was fire.
I agree. The Sky Patrol figures were great. And couple of the vehicles probably fit better than what I think this one fits, and that's my personal.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. Should we go to the next slide?
Absolutely.
Now, I kind of got sick of putting variations of the shark on slides. So when I got to the point, I sort of chucked all the rest of them on the one slide.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Wave
Here are
Crusher
the
from
rest of them.
What?
Would you buy these subs?
Well, I don't think I've ever even seen the Wave Crusher. So, no, I'm not buying that one.
Yeah.
The Night Spectre does look kind of cool.
It does with those teeth, doesn't it? Looks really good.
But I'm not buying that sub. The Wave Crusher 2015 looks like hot garbage and just a mess. So, no, definitely not buying that sub. I showed you that I've got 2 of the shark tooth, so I bought those subs, Aaron. I'm guilty as charged with buying 2 of those subs. All right?
Yeah.
Now, I feel like I get a little bit of leeway here because I did own the original. It was gifted to me, so it holds sentimental value. So I feel like I'm justified in buying those 2 subs. Are we okay with that?
I'm not going to argue. I don't have any vehicles, mate.
Well, look. The topic of the night is would you buy these subs? So I feel like there needs to be some clarity here and just putting things out there and allowing you to opine on them and weigh in. Like I think that's fair. I think that's only fair.
Look, I like that Night Spectre. I reckon that's pretty cool with those teeth.
So you'd buy that sub?
I reckon I would. Yeah.
But you don't collect vehicles, so it'd be kind of pointless buying that sub, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh, so maybe I wouldn't buy that sub.
Well, look, yeah.
How did you get me here?
I'm just staying on topic, mate. I don't know about you. Look, some might say that was just a subtle, which is spelt with S-U-B.
With a B. Subtle with a B. Oh, man. It's a silent B. It's like Pam.
You can't spell subtle without sub.
Yeah.
I'd like to buy a vowel. Oh dear. I'm going to take this captain hat off.
We crack each other up, mate. It's fantastic.
My head's getting too hot under that cap. I can't stand it.
Yeah. Kiwi says that's a lot of sharks, and it certainly is. Shane says, what the fuck? I've never seen these. And he also goes on to say that this is one of his favourite shows on the web. Thank you. Shane. That's beautiful.
What a legend. Thank you, Shane.
Yeah, but he's never seen some of them, which is interesting. Eric says, all subpar.
Agreed, Eric. Agreed.
That needs 9 of these ones. Yeah. What else have we got in the comments here? Lilith reckons the Wave Crusher looks good in person. Which one? 2015 or 2001? Both? Maybe?
I think she means the 2001, which is fair because that photo looks like it was taken with a potato underwater, submerged.
Yeah, it probably was. It was 2001. Most cameras were potatoes.
You probably need to substitute that photo with another photo of a sub.
Yeah. Kiwi says it's a whole school of sharks.
All right.
My gosh, how's all the dad jokes tonight, man?
I would say they're pretty sublime, to be honest.
Sublime. As Campbell would say, the dad jokes tonight are out the gate. And Lilith says 2001. Well, that's fair enough. All right, next slide. Are you ready? I don't know. I've kind of forgotten what I put on the next slide. So let's have.
Ooh, it's a mystery.
Would you buy this sub?
Who is that?
It's Dakota Johnson.
And she is from what?
She was the star of a movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Called what?
One that young women tend to enjoy.
I think I know what you're talking about.
You think?
I've never seen it, but is it 50 Shades of something?
Yeah, 50 Shades of Grey. And
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I've never seen it.
And Dakota, as glorious as she is she takes the role of a sub in that movie.
Yes.
Yeehaw!
Which I'm sure many people who have visited Sexy Land would be well and truly on board with this subject matter that we're talking about, Aaron. But
Absolutely.
I do want to say before we before we go further with this portion of the show, it's important. I'm being deadly serious now. I'm being serious now. I'm trying not to laugh. When we talk about buying subs, we shouldn't talk about buying people. People shouldn't be bought. That's not something we endorse. All right, just to be clear. Just to be clear.
I'll get that up. Well, Campbell didn't think twice. Campbell didn't think twice. He's definitely going there.
I definitely would buy this on streaming if it wasn't available and watch it.
Fair enough. Yeah, Campbell's definitely going there. 50 Shades of Grey, absolutely. Shane reckons wearing. I think Shane's making the sick joke.
Do I need to have seen the film for that to have some context? Or is it something that's just gone over my head?
Eric says OMFG, which is fair. So we'll just give it one more of these and then we'll go to the next slide. Okay. Bit of a blast from the past, this one. This is the 1975 Seawolf. Would you buy this sub?
Refresh my memory, Aaron.
I can't. I don't remember it. Let's read it. I'll read it.
I'm going to ask you a question, you dickhead. Isn't there a modern day vehicle, not a water-based vehicle, but a Cobra vehicle called the Ice Wolf? Is that what it's called, the Ice Wolf? And it comes with, it comes with the Ice Viper. He's got the Psy.
Oh yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That vehicle's a piece of shit anyway. Whatever. I didn't really want to talk about it. Just come to mind when I saw the word wolf. But Seawolf. Okay. I've never seen this before in my life.
Let me read this to you.
Can I have a quick read of this?
Do you want to read it? You can read it. Yeah. Go ahead, mate.
G.I. Joe's quest for adventure takes him to the depths of the ocean floor to battle the man-eating squid. In the Seawolf sub, Joe actually dives, surfaces, and maintains buoyancy by remote control. Fully submersible sub features front gripping, tongs, periscope that moves up and down according to submerged altitude. Movable rear stabilizers and clear hinge canopy with conning tower? Conning tower area for G.I. Joe. Use the viewer to watch the action from the surface as Joe fights the giant squid. Also includes breathing mask and extra hose that enables him to explore outside the sub. Price $9.94. Okay, so that's Seawolf. That squid, awesome. Yeah, look, I like what they've done with this. For 1975. That's obviously before our time. I wasn't even born yet. You definitely weren't born yet. And even if this was still around on shelves in the couple of years after that, I'd be a baby. So I never would have seen one of these things. Yeah. Look, if I was a kid back then, might have bought that sub. But I wasn't a kid, Aaron, so I'm not buying that sub. So yeah.
All right, no worries. It is a cute little thing. Can you imagine? I mean, this is the marketing man in me thinking out loud here. Can you imagine designing this catalog and writing that, and then flipping over and designing something from the haberdashery department or something? What a cool job!
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
And
would
the
I have
cool
bought
thing
that sub? Not sure.
no,
Not sure.
no, you would have bought it?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Okay. I don't
Yeah.
think you would have because you
Yeah.
don't collect vehicles, and that would just be a waste of money just buying a sub for no reason. Right?
Yeah.
Like, why would you throw money at that if it's not really worth it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway,
and let's be honest, no one bought anything G.I. Joe in the 70s.
oh look, I think
That
it
was
still
half the
did its
problem.
thing. I think it still did its thing. But what's cool about this, with all sincerity, is like them, and this is not an isolated example, but back in those days where they were putting these vehicles with a creature, or with a figure. They were already doing that before the 80s came along, and then they gave us, Snake Eyes with timber and blah blah blah.
Yep.
The precedent was there. They had the building blocks in place. They had the blueprint. So yeah,
Absolutely.
awesome stuff.
Yeah. No, very cool. Let's have a look at the
What is it, Aaron?
same time says the show just derailed. It wasn't a joke. It did. Kiwi says we got his wife in the mood.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Shane says that she was the best sub in the game. Kiwi is saying that the Seawolf is a classic. Absolutely it is. Eric wants to know what's up with the squid. Bit of calamari, Eric. Bit of toys and tucker. It's called a Cobra Wolf, apparently. But, super rare these days to find one nice and clean. Interesting.
Oh, there
So
you
a
go.
bit of dosh in the sea wolf. Eric says he'd take two foot lockers instead, which is fair. Shane said his brother had one. Wow,
Nice.
oh, cool. Adventure Team. It was no more war toys. Yes, that's correct. All right, next slide. Let's have a look. Adam, would you buy it?
Definitely would not buy this sub, Aaron. I think it is cheap, nasty. You know what this is, Aaron? This is the sort of vehicle that appeal to a certain type of person who is like, oh, look, colors, oh, it's just no imagination, devoid of creativity. As I said, cheap and nasty. Definitely wouldn't buy this sub at all.
Look, I think colors don't worry me because I'm a child of the 90s, but Hasbro were certainly stretching. Obviously, the line was petering out, and they wanted to chuck things into the line that would diversify the line, that would expand their reach, and obviously bringing out a vehicle that would most likely spend most of its time in the bathtub was certainly a bit of a stretch on Hasbro's behalf. This you see at every single toy fair. It's nuts. I reckon every single Adelaide comic and toy fair I've been to, there's been one of these for sale, and they never sell.
Yeah, look, you see boxed examples pretty often too. It's not rare by any stretch of the imagination. It's dumpster juice in my opinion. No,
absolutely. Eric agrees with you. He says it's an abomination. He says sorry. No need to apologise, Eric. Opinions, what we're all about, mate. It's all good.
Yep.
I don't think we should give this much more time of day.
Please don't.
Which is funny because
my eyes.
It's funny I should say that because I also got the blueprints out for this one too.
Okay. Wow, they're very in depth. Look at all that technical data.
Yeah. There's some cool stuff here though. Like number 3, steel slicing cutter fins with lethal quick slice barbs. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
So it can tear another submarine apart or tear another boat apart. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yep.
There's an organic fuel pod in there somewhere, which is interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. High impact polyconic torpedo launcher with mega round capacity. Oh, round as in lots of rounds, not round.
I guess. Yeah. Maybe.
Enough.
But where are they going to store all those mega rounds?
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, I really like those steel slicing cutter fins with lethal quick slice barbs.
Yeah.
So that was it was pretty cool. But at the end of the day, it's still just a bathtub toy.
Pretty much.
Hmm.
Substandard, one might say.
Shane said his buddy had 5 of them at the bottom of his pool. It's pretty funny. Kiwi says, "I'm sorry, guys, but he owns one."
Don't apologize, Campbell. If you like it, you like it. Like, just because I shit on it doesn't mean I'm right. Like, that's just what I think. You know what I mean? If you like it, that's all that matters, mate. You know?
Exactly. Eric says it's okay. We all have human flaws. Yeah, we do. Well, okay. So the fins are cool, but it would never make it to the Titanic. That's
wow. Prob's not.
That's rough. We all know what happened to the last submarine that went to the Titanic.
I think there's a sound effect you need to play right now.
It's just not.
Maybe not that one.
That's what happened, though, wasn't it? What sound effect were you thinking?
Yeah, I was thinking more of the sonar ping, but anyway.
Oh no! That's what happened to that submarine that went to the Titanic.
My heart will go on, Aaron.
Yeah, near, far, wherever you are.
Hi, I'm on the big screen, guys. Why? I don't know. Aaron just decided to throw me up here and have me just talk to the camera for no reason. Where he's gone, who knows? Has the internet dropped out? It's possible. Is anyone even still watching? I don't know. Is he back?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know what happened, mate. Dropped out.
There you go. It's okay. Yeah. I steered the ship. Yeah. We didn't hit an iceberg, so that's all that matters.
Yeah. Where was I? Oh, yeah. I was about to say good evening. It's a triptych.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
No, you haven't.
I haven't missed any yellow submarines. But
the last one was blue and yellow. It had some hints of yellow.
Yep. Missed lots of laps. I think there's a bit of a lag now. Maybe my internet is respooling.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Wouldn't be a show without some technical difficulties. Same time says sorry too soon. What else is happening here?
I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, you might need to reframe that comment, Kiwi. I got my wet down driving it, I think.
Me no comprende.
Yeah, Kiwi, don't quite get that one. Sorry about that. Yes, I did sync momentarily, and I did have. I'm always laughing. Anyway, let's get the slides back up. And what were we talking about? We were talking about Barracuda, weren't we? We weren't talking about her.
Yeah, we're up to the Barracuda.
Let's move on from the Barracuda. What's on the next slide? Would you buy this sub, Adam?
Bloody oath! Back in the day, I might have bought one. Wouldn't buy one now though. Kind of a bit defunct in this day and age to some extent. And I'm also almost 48 years old, so I don't really have the need for putting the subbies in the back and taking the boys for a ride. Let's go, lads. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. Kiwi says that Wet Down is a G.I. Joe. So he is.
Yeah.
Yep. So that actually clarifies this comment. He has his Wet Down, which is a G.I. Joe, driving his Barracuda.
See, can I just say, interject here, Aaron Campbell? This is where capital letters for names definitely would aid your cause in that sentence and us understanding it. Okay, just for future reference.
Yeah. Same time says he had 4 of the subwoofers in the early 90s.
What was bumping out of the speakers, and what was that car? Shane, let us know.
What are you listening to, mate? Kiwi says subscribe to us. Yes, you should. You should definitely subscribe to us. Doof's in the Tirana. Dreadnought vehicle.
The Tirana? Look out.
Absolutely was. All right, let's talk about some real subs. The Polar Shark, 2011. Have you seen this before?
I don't think I have.
Is this another bathtub toy or what?
I don't ever think I've seen that before, man. And even if I had seen it before, I wouldn't have bought that sub.
Okay, no worries.
No,
I don't have anything to say about it except that it looks like it came from that old TV show Sequest DSV. Do you remember that?
it does. It does. Yeah, it does. I'll pay that. Why is it a polar shark? Is it like for the Arctic or something like that? Like, have you got any more information on this? I'm guessing 2011. It must have come out with the Retaliation line, or
it was no, I think it was Rise of Cobra. This one came with that one. It did come with a figure.
Which figure?
No idea.
Okay.
Maybe some guys in the chat could tell us. I dismissed it as soon as I saw it, so I didn't look into it too closely. You're meant to be the modern guy, so I would have thought you could have explained this.
Yeah, but like, even though I'm the modern guy, I don't pay attention to everything, and I don't buy everything either. I'm sure, like, if we had someone like It's Chad on here, he'd be able to tell you the ins and outs of this, but I'm not him. So, whatever, Polar Shark. Wouldn't buy you anyway. Yeah. Definitely not buying this stuff.
Kiwi said it's in the movie. And Lilith has confirmed that as well. So, well, maybe we'll have to go back and look.
Okay, guys, if it's in the film, which film? Are we talking Rise of Cobra or are we talking Retaliation? Because Rise of Cobra came out in 2009. And I'll pay that, Eric Harper. That is a very, very on point comment.
Eric thinks it came out of Toy Story, the movie. Yeah, Shane says Rise of Cobra. And he also says that his subwoofers were woofing out Cutlass, Supreme, Ice-T's, Body Count.
Body Count, yeah. What an album, bro. What an absolute banger.
Yeah.
Have you ever, Aaron, have you ever heard Ice-T's Body Count?
No, I haven't. No.
Oh, mate. You should listen to it.
I'll check it out. All right. Maybe that's some homework for me this week. Everyone's saying Rise of Cobra. Everyone's saying
I guess it must be Rise of Cobra.
Yeah. Little says the driver is Ice Storm. Thank you for the clarification. Okay. So, yeah, it did come with a driver. I wouldn't buy it, though. And I don't think you would either.
Let's ask the chat this one, Aaron. Would anyone in the chat buy this sub? I'd be keen to know. Or if anyone in the chat did buy this sub, please let us know. While Aaron ponders this thought.
I feel like I should have a sound effect, which is like elevator music or something. Shane is in disbelief. Yeah. Shane's in disbelief. I'm sorry, Shane. Very sheltered. Adam has to explain all the marijuana jokes to me. So
that would be called an illegal substance, Aaron, in some parts of the world.
There's not much love for it in the chat. No one's saying they would. So I reckon we move on, mate.
So there's no subsection of the chat that bought this?
No.
No.
Kiwi says he'd get it if the price was right. Because he likes
Campbell,
what
that
colour it is.
surprises me. I didn't think you'd buy many subs.
Yeah.
No, if you like it, you like it because you do have the Barracuda, so that's fair enough.
Yeah. No, Campbell doesn't. Well, I don't know. No, Campbell definitely doesn't buy subs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for you, Shane, in the Cutlass, mate, with the fluffy dice and the cop killer banging out the subbies, bro.
All right.
As you're rolling through suburbia. Oh, sorry, had to let that one fly.
Shane just said he voted to make something legal.
That would be
What
the
he
substance we were talking about. What state is Shane in?
Another marijuana thing. It just went over my head.
I thought you actually knew what he was talking about there, but you were just playing dumb. You actually didn't know?
No, I didn't.
Be careful,
Okay.
Aaron. Be careful, Aaron. I don't want you to get subpoenaed for this content on this show.
All right. Next one. C-Ray, 1987. Would you buy this sub?
I'm not going to lie. I bought this sub.
Really?
Yeah, I had this as a kid.
Cool.
Yeah, I had this as a kid. Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yep. I liked this vehicle, actually, as a kid.
Yeah.
It had the sea slug viper or whatever his name is.
The sea slug. Yep. Sea
Yeah.
slug. Yep.
Yeah.
And I have the blueprints here.
Yeah. I don't know if I bought it with pocket money or if my mum bought it for me. Well, one way or the other, because she probably would have given me the pocket money anyway. But I definitely had it. Yeah, it was cool, man. I can remember flying around the lounge room with this thing. Yep,
flying it. So is it like the shark? Can it fly?
I don't know. I was 10 years old, Aaron. I was just doing it in the lounge room, bro.
Fair enough. I think it's just a submarine. Surely,
it's a submersible. But it looks like it's got wings, bro. I don't know. What was a kid? What do you want from me?
Do you see what the engine's called? Number 8. It's called a.
It's pretty. It's a thruster, baby.
It's called a thruster. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
What's the chat saying? Yeah, Lilith confirmed that it is a submarine and a glider.
No.
Triptych says he always wanted the Sea Ray, but never managed to get it. Eric said he had it when he was a kid too.
Yep.
Yeah, and same time says it flies. So yeah, everyone's confirming that it flies. It's cool.
There you go. 10-year-old me was well within his rights.
Absolutely. There mustn't be many left. Let's see what's next. We'd all buy this sub, wouldn't we?
Well,
legendary.
It depends on how you look at it, really. True? Because the subject matter is a video game, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you put coins in to play the game and you select your character. And in this case, Sub-Zero was a very popular character at the time. And I'm not going to lie, I definitely put a lot of gold coins into the arcade machine at my local video library to play the living shit out of Mortal Kombat using this character.
Yeah.
So I bought that sub, Aaron. I bought it. Time and again.
Good work. Fatality. Eric says he's cool until he versus him with Liu Kang. The old bicycle kick. Lone Dragon's got a package arriving tomorrow. Good work, man. Nemesis Imposter.
Yep.
Yeah. Good memories, Mortal Kombat. Very good memories.
Absolutely. A lot of good memories.
I think we're nearing the end. Is this a sub?
Well, if you look at the fine print right there, it says submersible sea tank deploys 5 attack crafts. So it's a submersible. It
Is it a
counts,
tank?
right? It's a tank.
Oh,
it can
no.
go into water.
It's a tank. It's a tank.
It's technically amphibious then.
We'll start a new tank argument.
It says it's a tank. It's definitely a tank. Even though it's got 2 wheels at the front and 4 at the back, it's a tank.
Yeah. So all these bits, they come off, eh? Which was interesting.
I've never spotted, like, I've never laid eyes on this vehicle in person. I never owned it as a kid. Yeah, I don't even remember seeing it on a shelf as a kid, bro, to be honest. But yeah, I probably wouldn't have bought this sub, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So there's 2 jet skis, the tank, obviously. And it looks like 3 submarines included with it, which is pretty cool. And the driver was a boss. Decimator, awesome figure. Really cool figure. Hard to find too. But yeah. If that is a submarine, I'm thinking about buying that one. But I'm not sure if it's a submarine.
Well, it's a submersible. It's not technically a submarine.
Yeah.
And again, Aaron, I have to remind you, you don't collect vehicles. So why would you even bother buying this up?
Yeah, no, fair enough. What about this one?
What is this?
So this was a convention exclusive back in 2003. It's the USS Tiger Shark, and it came with these little little minifigures. They were like this big. It came with 10 little minifigures. Anyway, the tank's apparently motorized and does all sorts of bits and pieces. So, yeah.
You know what? I've never seen this before in my life.
Really?
It's actually pretty effing cool, right?
Yep.
However, and there is a however.
Kiwi
the
agrees,
fact
by the way.
that it doesn't fit 3 3/4 inch scale figures is a travesty, a waste of a con exclusive, and therefore I would definitely not buy this sub. In fact, it should just sit on the shelf and never be in my line of sight ever again. But thank you for showing me. I do think it is cool, but it's not for me. Not buying it.
That's fair.
Not buying this sub.
Just back to the Hammerhead. Eric says it's a modular abomination, just like the bug, according to Kiwi. Yeah. But the Tiger Shark, I thought that was pretty interesting. And that's all of the submarines I've got for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Take it easy, Shane. Thanks for joining us, mate. Thanks for getting up in the middle of the night to watch us. You've done really well, legend. Have a good day. Enjoy your day. Enjoy democracy. Democracy manifest. Eddie Murphy singing G.I. Joe is going underwater. Same time says he's seen these around and they're so expensive. Yes, there wasn't many of them produced. So, yeah, very expensive. So that's all the subs I got. By no means was that a complete list. I didn't put all of the G.I. Joe submarines onto that list. But I just grabbed some of note that I thought would be topical. And as it turns out, they were. So,
yeah.
Is the Shark still your favourite?
Yeah. Yep. By a country mile.
No.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's in a subclass of its own.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's all we've got for you, I reckon. What do you got planned for this week, Adam? You doing a live stream with anyone over the weekend?
What have I got planned for this week? Well, I'm working tomorrow. Thursday off, but I'll be busy doing stuff. And then Friday I'm working. Then I have the weekend off, which will be lovely. And I'll be catching up with you again on Sunday night, along with a couple of other scallywags who have been present in the chat tonight.
Absolutely.
On that bloke, that Kiwi bloke, that Kiwi guy, that Campbell guy on his channel.
Yep. So Adam and I go into the Barracks podcast with maybe with Phil, I think. Talking about GI Joes with mustaches for Movember, which is a really good cause. So tune into that on Sunday night. That would obviously be maybe Sunday morning US time, Sunday night Australia, New Zealand. So that'd be pretty cool. I'm also I'm going live with podcast from the pit again on Saturday morning US time, Saturday night American. We're talking about the 1990 figures, so that'll be really cool. And next Tuesday, all going well, we'll be back, Adam. We've got a few fun topics lined up.
So one thing we didn't touch on tonight, Aaron?
Yeah.
One thing we sort of kind of did, but we didn't really fully touch on it tonight. Subgroups.
Subsets, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just saying, just throwing it out there.
Yeah, maybe yeah. As if we hadn't mined that tagline enough already. We can keep mining it. So we could do another "Would you buy these subs" episode. That'd be.
Who knows what the future holds?
Fantastic. Quick look at the chat. Kiwi says thanks. Eric says great show. Lewis says great show. Thank you everyone for joining us. If you stumbled into the chat like Lone Dragon did in the middle of the night for him, feel free to subscribe to me. I think I cracked 150 subs this week, which is amazing. Thank you to everyone who's already subbed. Not intending to become a YouTube superstar or make any hardcore cash out of this. Just looking to have a little bit of fun chatting with Adam and making some friends. And every week it just gets more and more fun. And it's a good outlet for me too and all my little creative bits and pieces. So if you haven't subscribed to Adam, subscribe to him. Go and check out Toys and Tucker. I'm going to do that, I reckon, when we're finished here. Episode 2 is out now. But tune in next week. We'll probably be over on Adam's channel. Lots more fun and games. I'll teach him how to use the sound effects. So
God help us all.
Yeah, that'll be funny. But yeah, thank you for joining us. I will play the intro, and I guess then we'll bugger off. So we'll see you next week.